Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Adadanastrinam Dante Ridam Yache Puna Puna Srimad Rupa Parambojo Dulisham Janma Janmani Krishna hoite chatur mukam Noya Krishna sevan mukam Brahma hoite narade ramati Narada hoite vyasa Marvakai vyasa dasa Purna pragya padmana bhagati Nirhari madhava bamse Akshobhya paramamse Shishya boli angikara kare Akyo Beda Shishya Jaya Tirtaname Parichaya Taradase Jnana Sindhu Tare Taha Hoite Doya Nidhi Taradasa Vidya Nidhi Rajendra hoilo ta hoite Tara kinkara jaya Dharma name parichaya Parampara jano balo mate Jaya Dhamma Dasya Kyati Shri Purushottama Jati Tahoite Brahmanya Tirtha Suri Vyasati Tatara Dasa Lakshmi Pati Vyasa Dasa Taha hoite Madhavendra Puri Madhavendra Puri Vara Shishya Vara Shishwara Nityananda Shri Advaita Vibhu Ishvara Puri Kedanya Kori Lena Shri Chaitanya Jagat Guru Gaurama Prabhu Mahaprabhu Shri Chaitanya Radha Krishna Nayanya Rupanuga Jane Radivana Vishwambara Priyankara Shri Swarupa Damodara Shri Goswami Rupa Sanatana Rupa Priya Mahajana Jivara Gunatahana Tara Priya Kavi Krishna Dasa Krishna Dasa Priya Vara Narottama Seva Para Jarapada Vishwanatha Yasha O Vishwanatha Bhakta Sata Baladeva Jagannatha Tara Priya Shri Bhakti Vinoda Mahabhagavata Vara Shri Gora Kishora Vara Hari Bhajanete Charamoda Shri Vaishabhana Vivara Sada Sevya Seva Para Tara Dvaita Dasanama Prabhupada Antaranga Shri Swarupa Rupanuga Shri Keshava Bhakti Pragyana Gauriya Vedanta Veda Mayavada Tamohanta Vanita Der Pranadana Prachari Logoravani Bhakti Vedanta Swami Purailo Prabhupada Kama O Kesha Priya Mahajana Vamana Narayan Hana Gauravani Tarer Pranadana E Sabahari Jana Gaurangera Nija Jana Tarero Chiste Murakama Guru Parampara Guru Parampara Parampara Guru Parampara Guru Parampara. Page 36. Vrindavanam vasi jatom Vaishnavera gana Partame vandana kori Sabara charana Nilachala basi jato Mahaprabhurgana Kumite Podiya Bando Sabara Charana Navadvipa Basi Jato Mahaprabhur Bhakta Sabara Charana Bando Hoyanuragta Mahaprabhur Bhakta Jato Gora Deshe Sthiti Sabara Charana Bando Koriya Pranati Jai Deshe Vaise Gaurange Ragana Urdhva Kori Bando Sabara Charana Hoya Chena Hoi Bena Prabhu Jato Dasa Sabara Charana Bando Tante Korigasha Brahmanda Tarite Shakti Dare Jane Jane Eveda Purana Guna Kaya Jeva Shune Mahaprabhur Gana Sabha Patita Pavana Tailo Bemui Papilo Ino Sharana Vandana Korite Mui Kato Shakti Dori Tamo Buddhi Doshe Mui Tamba Macha Kori Tatapi Mukera Bangya Monera Ulasa Doshakshami Moadame Koro Nijadasa Sarva Vancha Siddhio Yama Bandha Chute Jagate Dolabha Hoya Prema Dana Lute Monere Ravasana Pona Achirate Devaki Ananda Dasa Melo Bikoi Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Vaishnav Thakur Jaya Page 200. Madhu Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Brinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jivedoya Kori Sapashada Sviya Dhamma Sahayavatari Atyanta Dulabha Prema Shikaye Sharanagati Pakatera Prana Anyatmani Vedana Goptitve Varana Avasya Rakshibe Krishna Vishvasa Palana Bhakti Anukula Macha Karyera Svikara Bhakti Pratikula Bhava Vajanangikara Sharanga Sharana Gati Hoibe Jara Tara Partana Shune Shinanda Kumara Rupa Sanatana Pade Tante China Dori Pakati Vinoda Pade Rupada Dori Kadiya Kadiya Bole Amito Adama Shikaye Sharanagati Koroe Utama Jaya Swapashara Jaya Gaurari Swapashara Jaya Gaurari Jaya Swapashara Gaurari Swapashara Jaya Page 99. We didn't sing Jayanilo for Rupa. No. Yeah. Jayanilo Premadana Karuna Prachur Jayanilo Adana Karuna Prachur Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur Heno Prabhu Kota Gela Acharya Thakur Kahamora Swarup Rupa Kaha Sanatan Kamo Kaha Sanatan Kaha Dasa Raghunatha Patita Pavan Kahamora Pata Juga Kaha Kaviraj Eka Kale Kota Gela Goranataraj Kale Kota Goranataraj Jayanilo Premadana Karuna Prachur Eno Prabhu Kota Gela Srila Rupa Goswami Thakur. Eno Prabhu Kota Gela Rupa Eno Prabhu Kota Gela Rup Goswami Thakur. Eno Prabhu Kota Gela Rup Goswami Thakur. Pasane Kutibo Mata Anale Poshibo Pasane Kutibo Gauranga Gunera Nidhi Kota Gile Pavo Se Saba Sangira Sange Je koi lovila Se Saba Sangira Se Sangana Paya Konde Narotamada Se Sangana Jai Anilo Premadana Karuna Pracho Jai Anilo Premadana Karuna Pracho Heno Prabhu Kota Gila Rup Goswami Thakur Rup Goswami Thakur Rupa he 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 Rupa he. He who brought the treasure of Prem out of his great compassion, where has such a venerable personality as Sri Srinivasacharya gone? Where has such a venerable personality as Srila Rupa Goswami gone? Where are my Swarup Damodar Goswami and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatan Goswami? Where is Raghunath Das Goswami, the savior of fallen souls? Where are my Gopal Bhatta Goswami and Raghunath Bhatta Goswami? Where is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami? Where has Gauranga, the king of dancers, suddenly gone? I shall dash my head upon a stone or enter into fire. Oh, where shall I go to find Gauranga, the treasure house of all divine qualities? Unable to obtain the association of that Srinivasacharya who performed pastimes with the associates of Mahaprabhu, Narottam Das weeps. Jai Srila Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. Next one. Oh, Vasanti! It's your time. Kunja Bihari. Harmonium, harmonium.
None of the other harmoniums were my fault. This one is. And where do they keep? Who did this?
Who else plays harmonium?
Everywhere.
297.
Where? Wait, I want to see. I want to see.
Which page?
Oh.
297.
Okay.
Very
Wait, it's
sweet.
on glittery paper.
Okay.
Hey, good.
297.
297.
Where is it? Oh, really? Who made these?
Aww. By Manjri. Goswami ki jai.
Wait,
Ooh. 297 altogether until the end. Oh, let me just hold on 1 second. Indranila mani manjulavana Ulani pakushumanchitakana. It's together. Shri Sundaro Jayati Kunja Bihari Radhika Vadana Chandra Chakora Sarvabala Vavani Drita Chora Char Chari Chata Chati Chari Charuto Charuta Kunja Bihari Sarvata Pratita Kolika Parva Tvam Sanena Hitava Sabhagava Goshta Rakshana Krite Girirari Lilaya Jayati Kunja Bihari Ragamandala Vibhushita Vamsi Vibramena Mandarotsavahamshi Stuyamana Charita Sukasari Srini Virjayati Kunja Bihari Shatakumbharuchi Hari Tukula Keki Chandra Kavirajita Chula Navya Yovana Shadrajanari Ranjano Jayati Kunja Bihari Sasaki Krita Sugandhi Patira Swana Kanchi Parishovikatira Radhiko Matapayo Dharavari Kunjaro Jayati Kunja Vihari Goradhatu Tilako Jwalabala Keli Chanchalita Champakanala Adri Kanjara Krisheya Visari Subhavam Jaya Kunja Bihari Vibramochala Jigvayanchala Nitya Chipta Guna Prema Mata Vishwabhanu Kumari Nagaro Jayati Kunja Bihari Astakam Madhura Kunja Bihari Hridaya Patati Akalihari Saprayati Vilasat Padabhagam Tasya Padakamalarcharakam Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Kunja Bihari Radha Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Raman Bihari Radhe. Vinod Bihari Radhe. Kunja Bihari Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Rupa Goswami, Jaya Rupa Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Jaya Rupa Goswami. Jaya Rupa Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Jaya Rupa Goswami. Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Rupa Goswami ki. Should I read it? 297. The hue of his body is the charming color of sapphires. His ears are graced by blossoming kadamba flowers, and his broad chest is adorned with a gunjamala. All glories to beautiful Kunja Bihari.
He is the chakora bird who drinks the rays emanating from the moon of Sri Radha's face. He steals away the composure of all the chaste brides of the Gopas, and he skillfully dances to the rhythm known as charchari. All glories to Kunja Bihari.
Putting an end to the renowned customary worship of Indra, as was performed by the cowherds of Braj, he removed Indra's pride, and to protect the people of Braj from Indra's wrath, he playfully lifted Govardhan Hill. All glories to Kunja Bihari.
So Nandini is leaving right now.
Jai Nandini.
It's this one, right?
Number 4, I think.
You didn't take any books? Okay. Maybe I
send
can
with-
give you one book to take with you. You can distribute it. His Vamsi is decorated with different ragas and raginis, by which he announces to the gopis the festival of transcendent Cupid. Hearing the sweet sounds of the Vamsi, flocks of enumerate male and female parrots extol his character, all glorious to Kunja Bihari.
His beautiful garments have the splendor of gold. The top of his head is decorated with a peacock feather, and he delights the girls of Braj, who shine with ever fresh youth. All glories to Kunja Bihari. He is anointed with fragrant sandal paste. His hips are decorated with a golden belt. He is the elephant bound by the rope of the raised breasts of Sri Radhika. All glories to Kunja Bihari.
His forehead is made splendid with tilak ground from golden minerals. His champak garland playfully sways to and fro. He meets the beautifully eyebrowed gopis in the palatial caves of Govardhan Hill. All glories to Kunj Bihari.
His restless, dancing, sidelong glances make the gopis drop all their household duties. He is the paramour of Vrishabhanu's daughter, who is mad with love for him. All glories to Kunja Bihari. We're reading the verses in English. We're on the last one.
He who recites these 8 verses about the sweet, playful pastime of Kunja Bihari will certainly attain the greatest fortune, Anuraga, for the worship of his lotus feet.
Salakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Twadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadavaktaya Namo Nama Yang Pravrajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Viraka Taruajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravo Benedus Tang Sarvabhu Taridayam Munimanatosmi Bhaktya Vinay Aparadalakshay Chiptasya Kamadi Tarangamaji Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapadyam Prinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavoivasmi Najivami Tambina Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike Kripayati Yadi Radha Padida Sheshabadha Kemaparavashishtam Pushti Maryada Yorme Yadi Vagati Jakinchit Smeraha Sodita Sri Twijavaramani Panktya Mukti Shuktya Tadakim Shama Sundara Shikhanda Shekhar Smeraha Samurali Manohara Radhika Rasikamam Kripanite Swapriya Charana Kinkari Prananatha Vrishabhanu Nandini Srimagavja Rasalola Satapada Radhika Padatale Kritastite Tam Vajami Rasikendra Shek Tasane Trinam Vibhu Parthaye Brajamahendra Nandan Astu Mohantavati Vallabha Janma Janmani Mariswari. If Shirada is merciful to me, then unlimited obstacles to my devotion will be removed. There will be nothing nothing superior for me to attain, because I will have received the excellence offered by the paths of Vaidhi and Rag. And if she speaks something while smiling gently, thereby revealing the rows of her beautiful pearl-like teeth, then what significance will the oyster of liberation have? O Shamasundar, your head is adorned with peacock feathers, and whose face is graced with a laughing smile, whose Murli flute enchants the mind, and who are most expert in relishing ras with Srimati Radhika. O Ocean of Mercy, please make me a kinkari maidservant at the lotus feet of Sri Radha. You are the Lord of the life of the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj, and you are like a bee, always eager to taste the nectar of her lotus-like face. O Rasikendra Shekhar, foremost of those who are Rasik, who are situated at the feet of Srimati Radhika, that's where he likes to be. I worship you, O son of the king of Braj, O all-pervading one, O Mohan, who enchants the minds of all. Taking a piece of straw in my teeth, I pray that your supremely beloved Sri Radha be my dear worshipful goddess, birth after birth. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Astotra Sat Shri Shriman Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to the lotus feet of our grandfather Guru Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj and Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all his divine associates and to all the assembled devotees. And the assembled devotees, Diksha Gurus are my Shiksha Gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Madhav Maharaj, Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Ban Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Siddhanti Maharaj. So today is the second and a half celebration of the disappearance day of Sri Rupa Goswami. And so we'll be calling on a few devotees this morning. I think first, Nitai, are you ready to come? But what? So you're following in the footsteps of Rupa Goswami with your humility. While he's getting ready, I'll just mention something I heard from Gurudev a couple of days ago and 30 years ago. He said, everyone in Goloka Vrindavan is dumb, D-U-M-B, In other words, they won't share anything. They hide from other gopis. If Chandravali says, "What happened last night?" they'll say just the opposite. And they won't speak to anyone in this world, will they? Rupa Manjari said, but here they speak as Rupa Goswami and the other Goswamis. So we're lucky they came. Okay.
Gyana Jala Salakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Chasmai Shri Gurave Nama Shamarani Mataram Vande Agno Piva Yadano Grahat Taret Bhav Sagarakcha Labet Krishna Prem Danam Sri Krishna Rupaya Vadiki Kala Visesnaya Namami Aham Pujam Shama Rani Swaparaki Parakarya. I am sorely unqualified to give a lecture or talk about a topic so high. So I would just like for you all to forgive me for any offenses made, any wrong information that I come across. Just be prepared for it. Okay. So
It's his debut speech. That's why he's saying that. He's shy.
So, it's from my understanding that Krishna has many, many, many different avatars. And they all do not descend for the same reasons or for the same missions. Some bring weapons like Lord Ram and Nrsingadev. Some bring scripture such as Vyasadeva. And some are sent to restore cosmic order, such as Kurma or Lord Varaha. But there was once and only once did an avatar appear with no
Wrong.
weapons. See, already.
He's Avatari.
Avatari.
There's Avatari, the original Lord,
Okay.
and Avatar, the expansions.
Okay.
So he's not different from Krishna. So he's Avatari.
So he just descended himself, coming with nothing.
In the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yes. And he came with nothing. No weapons, no scriptures, no political agenda. The only thing that he came was the highest treasure of love, prem. And so, Srila Rupa Goswami recognized this love, he encoded this love, and explained this love in the most poetic and profound ways, and then gave it back to us. This love is the crown jewel of bhakti, of devotion. This love is Unato Jvala Ras, the radiant love of Srimati Radharani for Sri Krishna, offered through the path of Raganuga Bhakti. So, we have the verse from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Leela, chapter 1, verse 4. Anarpita Charim Chirat Karunaya Vadira Kalau Samar Baitum Unato Jvala Rasam Sva Bhakti Sriyam Hari Purata Sundara Dyuti Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hrdaya Kandare Spurato Va Sachi Nandana. May that Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in this age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before. The most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. So we're going to break it down, verse by verse, and
word by word.
Word by word. So we have Anarpitam Charim Chirat, translating to not given for a very long time. And so in the previous ages of Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwarka Yuga, there was no love found or even offered in this manner. There was nothing closely resembling it. And the term for a very long time, implies that this love, that this mood, is so rare that not even the eternal residents of Vaikuntha can access it. Karunaya avitirna kalau.
Do you know when the last time it was given?
I do not.
Or who it was given by? The last, because chirat means, as you said, a long time.
So it has been given before.
Yeah. When? Yesterday of Brahma's day, which is many trillions and trillions of years.
So it was just yesterday's Brahma's day.
and who gave it? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Oh, again.
He comes once in a day of Brahma, just like Krishna.
Yes, he does. Look at that. So we have Karunaya avitirna kalau, descended in the Kali Yuga, in Kali Yuga out of mercy, out of pure mercy. The Lord has descended for many reasons, but for this reason, it was out of just pure compassion and empathy. Kali Yuga is the Iron Age. It was quarrel, hypocrisy, short lives, and poisoned food. And still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chose this age to present the highest treasure. Why? Well, because it was in this age that it was the most fallen. It was the darkest. And Karuna Angale, mercy shines brightest in darkness. And so, it was because of this fact that even just the smallest drop of prem, even just the smallest drop of bhakti would be immensely illuminated and spread. Samapaitam unatojvala rasam, to bestow the highest and brightest mellows. Unata means highest, and Ujvala Ras means the shining pinnacle of Madhurya Ras. This Ras is the crown jewel of the ocean of Bhakti. Svabhakti Shriyam, the beauty of his own devotional service. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to give the very mood in which he is relishing in. And that mood is Radharani's love for himself, something never even experienced until he appeared
Wrong.
as the age before.
Huh?
The age before.
No,
Which one?
he didn't come to give Radharani's love, because that can't be given. No one can have Radharani's love.
Yes.
He came to give the beauty of that love.
Beauty of that.
Now you may think that the beauty of the love means that that love is beautiful. That's not what it means. It means the beauty are people. And those people are maidservants of Radharani. Just like the creeper, a naked creeper just, sticks or green things coming out is not beautiful. When the creeper has flowers and buds, leaves, then it's beautiful. And then the air likes to play with that creeper, because then it dances because of the leaves, like the peepal tree. That's Gurudev's example. So similarly, the beauty of Radha and Krishna's pastimes is the Sakis, and especially in this case, the Manjaris, who nourish the pastimes and are very instrumental in making it happen. If just Radha and Krishna were alone, it wouldn't be as interesting.
It wouldn't be as powerful.
Right.
Jai. Beautiful. So yes, he came to give the beauty of Radharani's love for himself, something that's never been experienced, until appearing as Sachinandana. Yes. This way. Then we have Hari Purata Sundara Diyot Kadamba Sandipita. Hari is lit up by the radiance of molten gold. And so he is appearing as Krishna in the mood of Radharani, but his appearance is covered by the golden complexion of Radha. Sada or Daya. Can't read my own handwriting. Sada or Daya Kundare Spuratu Vya Va Sachinandana. May the sun of Sachi always shine in the core of your heart. And Srila Rupa Goswami was the chosen receiver of Mahaprabhu's heart. How did this come about? So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was on his way to Vrindavan, but stopped in Prayag for a Magh Mela.
I don't know why.
Oh no, that's cool. That's all
Huh?
right. That's
That's
correct.
the information.
All right, cool.
What's a Magh
The
Mela?
Magh Mela is where thousands gather to bathe in the Ganga and the Yamuna. Yes. So Rupa Goswami approached, he saw Mahaprabhu across the bank, and he approached him ever so humbly on the ghat with full humility and offered his obeisances, falling at a distance at his feet and
Do you
placing
know the name of the god?
Oh, yeah, it was a long D word that I couldn't pronounce.
Dasaswameda.
Dasat
Dasaswameda.
Dasaswameda God.
Yeah, very important. It's not just a random name.
Yes. Jai. See, I knew it started with a D. I was like, I could not pronounce it. Okay. So, falling at his feet, and he placed a straw between his teeth, which is a sign of humility in the Bengali culture. Mahaprabhu then embraced him deeply, seeing his humility, and began teaching him privately for 10 days. It was during these 10 days that he taught the Rupa Shiksha. He explained the stages of bhakti, explained the difference between Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti, and as well revealed to him his own internal reason for descending, to distribute Unatojvala Ras. What is Unatojvala Ras? Yes. The love of the gopis is called Unatojvala Ras. Unata means highest, and Ujvala means more shining than the sun. Charming Krishna with one's heart and pleasing him in every respect. The affection of Srimati Radhika exhibits the highest mood of this Unatojvala Ras, and her mood is indicated in the Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu 111. Anabilasita sunyam gyan kamadi anavritam anukulyena krishnau silnam bhaktir utama. The cultivation of activities which are meant exclusively for the pleasure of Sri Krishna, or in other words, the uninterrupted flow of service to Sri Krishna, performed through all endeavors of the body, mind, and speech, and through the expression of various spiritual sentiments, bhavs, which is not covered by gyan and karma, and which is devoid of all desires other than the aspiration to bring happiness to Sri Krishna, is called Uttama Bhakti, pure devotional service. So, then we'll do this part. So, it says that in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila, chapter 19, verses 132, Rupa Goswami is called the Mahabhagyan, the supremely fortunate, because he understood Mahaprabhu's Manobishtam, his innermost desire. The famous blessing at Prayag was to empower him to spread the mission. He says, you are now empowered to distribute my mission. Mahaprabhu gave him 2.5 verses, one of the verses being Anarpita, yeah, that one. So, Srila Rupa Goswami was born in a high Brahmana family and had wealth, influence, education. He had it all. But when Mahaprabhu's fame reached him, Rupa felt the worldly position was a golden cage. He resigned, liquidated his fortune, keeping portion for his family and giving portions to the Brahmana, using the rest of the Vaishnavas. And then he set off to meet the Lord. His renunciation shows the understanding of Mahaprabhu's mission just isn't intellect. It demands total reorientation of life. And so, despite being a literary genius and a realized soul, he never positioned himself as an independent thinker. He presented himself as a mere stenographer of Mahaprabhu's will. And that humility is what drew Mahaprabhu's mercy. And it is a reminder that in our line, the qualification flows from humility and not from scholarship alone. And so without Rupa Goswami, there would be no Rupanuga line, no path of Raganuga Bhakti. It could have been lost and misunderstood and diluted from teacher to teacher but it was the fact that Rupa Goswami stayed true to Mahaprabhu's mission, that he did not deviate or change anything, that we are still practicing in this line today.
So, you said there would be no Rupa Nuga Bhakti, which is correct because he's Rupa and Anuga means following him. But you said there would be no Raganuga. Why wouldn't there be Raganuga? What is the definition of Raganuga?
Spontaneous love and devotion for Krishna. Yes?
Yes, in any ras.
In any ras.
Anuga means following.
Okay.
Following in the footsteps of any associate who would be the ocean of the mood for which he aspires. It may be as a coward boy, in which case he'd follow Subal-saka. Could be parental, in which case, of course, he'd follow Mother Yasoda. So it could be as a servant. So he would follow one of the servants of Nanda Maharaj. But Rupanuga is only, in fact, Raganuga also includes conjugal love. But Rupanuga doesn't include all conjugal love. It only includes the maid service of Srimati Radhika under the guidance of Rupa Manjari. So that's specific, and the other one is general.
Jai.
Of course, he's the one who gave us the definition of Raganuga Bhakti, so nothing would be there. Okay.
Beautiful. Yes. So, what does this mean for us today? As I said, without Rupa Goswami, the Raganuga Bhakti path could have been lost. But him leaving a precise blueprint on how to progress from Shraddha to Prem and how to cultivate the heart of the Vraj Sevas is our example to follow today. So following in the Rupanuga line means that we're doing more than just reading his books, the Ujjvali Nilamani or the Upadesh Samrita that Raga is going to talk about. It means to serve Radha in the mood of a maidservant under the guidance of the Vraj Gopis. And that's all I have to say about that.
Wonderful, excellent, super excellent.
Yes.
You answered this, but I just want to make sure I'm understanding right. So Rupa Goswami could have he already understood all the aspects from Vaidhi to Rag, the process of Shraddha to Prem, but he still received the instructions from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because of his humility.
Mm-hmm.
My question is just that my question is whether he knew and could already enunciate on what that path process is, or did he need the instruction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu?
I will say what I think, and then you can correct me, okay? I think that he definitely needed the instruction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was following the path already, but I don't think there was a definition of the path, and so he was just kind of going. But I could be wrong.
Well, he gave the definition of the path. He gave all the defining words. Vaidhi Bhakti, Bhakti, Rupa Goswami. So he's already Rupa Manjari. He's already serving Srimati Radhika, so he's already perfect. But as a pastime, just like Sanatana Goswami, he approached Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Varanasi, and he said, "People call me a scholar. I know 5 languages. I, I, I do speak scholastically, but actually, I don't even know who I am. So please tell me who I am, why I'm in this world, and what's the process to get out. So Mahaprabhu said to him, you already know everything, but as a matter of formality, you're asking me for the benefit of others. Same thing with Rupa Goswami. He already knew everything. He's the eternal associate of Mahaprabhu, and he's the eternal associate of Srimati Radhika. He's the head of all the manjaris, billions and zillions of manjaris. So he didn't need to be instructed, but for us he was instructed.
You say, but for us, you mean he was instructed?
So we could see how the process goes, how one hears from the Lord, one's inspired by the Lord, and then he writes. And that's how it worked. Mahaprabhu dictated in the heart of Rupa Goswami the Upadeshamrita, for example. They all studied. What is it? What's the verse? How they all studied?
Oh.
No. Nana Shastra Vikaranoi Kanepano. That they all studied the Vedic literatures to pick out the essence and then wrote. But it's all pastime. Again, it's inconceivable to us. Huh? I don't know. I can't imagine how he would have, but I don't know if you can find some reference. Oh.
You mentioned that Mahaprabhu gave Rupa Goswami 2 verses. One of them was the Anarpita Charinshat, and was the other one the Anya Vilasita Sunu?
Yes, yes.
So on the topic before,
Louder.
on the topic we were just speaking about before, why if he already knew everything, being Rupa Manjari, a pure devotee, did he actually need the instruction? Could it be said that since he is our acharya of our line, and acharyas they teach by their own example, and that our whole process of being under anugatya, that's like the main process in bhakti is following or being given, commissioned, what service to do and such. So is that
And doing it under guidance.
guidance? So is that a reason?
Guidance.
Like that could be said a reason why he did take the instruction first.
Even Arjuna was playing a role in the Gita.
Please feel free to tell me that I'm taking too much material mind on this. Why would Rupa Goswami need Lord Chaitanya then to dictate Shikshastra Upadeshamrita in his heart?
He is his heart. And his heart manifested through Rupa Goswami's pen.
It's hard to separate Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami.
Yeah, he is his heart. Same thing with Sanatana Goswami. Well, same thing with Baladev Vijayabhusam Prabhu. With Baladev Vijayabhusam Prabhu, Govinda deity dictated Vedanta Sutra, the commentary on Vedanta Sutra called Govinda Bhasya. Govinda speaks. And then Sanatana Goswami wrote, which books? Chaitanya Charitamrita, sorry, not Sanatana Goswami. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote the whole Chaitanya Charitamrita by the dictation of Madan Mohan. So Krishna is everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is.
There's nothing outside Krishna, right? What is the verse? Aham mevasa meva agree. Yeah. So practice what you preach. Excellent, super excellent.
Thank you.
I hope that inspires you.
More?
I hope today inspires you to do it again and again.
Yeah, yeah. I already have like several notes on Sharanagati, and so I guess what in September we can do that.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Also, I would like to suggest that you learn pronunciation,
Yes.
because even when you were doing your own personal invocation prayers, there were some
Some
different words. Like, do you know what these are in Hindi?
no.
Chasma.
Just
So the word was tasmai, and you said chasma.
apologize.
So if you can look in the back
Yeah. I think
of
that
the songbook,
I think the nerves also because
nervous.
yeah, because I'm not so nervous right now. I'm talking clearly, but in the beginning when I'm giving those prayers,
Yeah, I
I gotta
understand,
let the
because
jitters.
it was the first moments
Yeah,
of your
it's just
life.
like, oh snap.
Right.
Yes, but I do need to learn pronunciation. Me and Duolingo, I have a Duolingo with some Hindi in there, and so we need to do that.
Good.
Yeah.
And once Gurudev called me to speak, and I was so nervous that every word I said was wrong. I was quoting verses, and all the words were wrong. Okay, great. Thank you.
Panchakapatarubhashta kripa sindhueva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha.
Namo Namaha. Next time you'll be more comfortable. That proves it right. It's fine. I'm fine. Okay, so Raga, you ready? Oh, it's fine.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. First of all, I offer my humble obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Guru Devi, Srimati Shamrani Didi. And at the same time, I offer my obeisances to my grandfather's spiritual masters, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada and Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. So this is like kind of also my debut, because I've only spoken in front of the devotees once, and it was like for a minute. I've somehow weaseled my way out of speaking before this. So thank you for making me speak to purify my tongue. So I will be speaking primarily on the first 3 verses of Upadeshamritam. And like Nitai Prabhu and Srimati Shamrani Didi were saying, Rupa Goswami is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart. He is so pure, his unalloyed devotion to Mahaprabhu, that Mahaprabhu can write through him, that he can, manifest his teachings so purely through Rupa Goswami. So first I'll just recite the first one. It says that a wise and self-composed person who control the impetus to speak, the agitation of the mind, the onset of anger, the vehemence of the tongue, the urge of the belly, and the agitations of the genitals can instruct the entire world. And when I first hear this, I think a lot of people on any spiritual path, these kind of the need for some sort of austerity, to be self-composed, to not be overtaking foodstuffs, to control one's tongue, all these things, they all exist. But what's so what is at the center of that? What actually makes someone wise? Because if we aren't having Krishna at the center, then all these kind of like outward things that are like materially sattvic, there's really like no actual point to them. Like they're kind of setting us up for bhakti, but if we aren't having Krishna at the center, if we're not doing it so that we can like cultivate our bhakti practice, then there's really no greater purpose to these things. So the second teaching states that over-collecting, overeating, and during second...
Can we go back
Yeah.
to the first verse?
Yes.
Okay, Vajravegam, Manasakrodavegam,
Yeah.
to control the mind,
Mm-hmm.
to control the speech. So one cannot control the speech without bhakti, because to talk about anything mundane is an uncontrolled speech, and any thoughts outside of bhakti. So correct that if one controls anything without bhakti, it's useless. But for a lot of these pushings, it can't even exist without bhakti.
Mm-hmm. I was kind of thinking in the context of like some of those like Buddhist people who are like very, very quiet, seemingly very peaceful, like they don't have, it seems like they're very much, controlled. Yeah. So that was kind of my thought process, but thank you for clarifying that. So, over-collecting and overeating, endeavoring for material enjoyment, useless chatter, enthusiasm for practice not benefiting one's qualification, and lack of enthusiasm to adopt essential regulations for spiritual progress, mundane association, and restlessness or unsteadiness of the mind. By these 6 faults, bhakti is destroyed. So anytime I'm reading one of these verses, kind of my first thought is like, okay, well, what next? We know these things that we're not supposed to be doing. We know that over-collecting, overeating, or like having an unsteady mind, that's unfavorable to our bhakti process, that it's actually destroying our bhakti. But what can we do to actually make the mind steady and even? And in one of his lectures, Srila Gurudev says, like, you don't need to focus so much on these first two verses because everything is in the third verse. And the third verse states that enthusiasm for performing bhakti sadhana, firm faith and determination, patience, performing activities favorable to bhakti, giving up bad association, and adopting the pure behavior of sadhus. By these 6 qualities, bhakti is nourished and accomplished. So when we focus less so on like what we're giving up or like the defaults of like, oh, I really like being around this person, but they're not so great for my bhakti. Well, actually it's like, oh no, we get to like associate with the devotees. We get this nice association. We get, to see the beautiful deities. We get so many things to fill the place of what was actually poison before. Because when you've been taking like a poison for so long, you might think that it tastes really good. And, it's described like with Krishna Nam that when we're taking Krishna Nam, at first it can taste quite bitter because we don't actually have a taste. For our whole lives, we've been taking bitter things and thinking that they're sweet. But then once we get something that's actually sweet, we can't taste it. But that's the prescription, is that we must just continue to take this sugar candy of the holy names. And eventually, like, the taste develops. I'm thinking, too, as I see, like, enthusiasm for performing bhakti sadhana. It's like, how do I develop that enthusiasm, And first, it might start as something like externally doing the practices. So even if I'm not like super gung-ho and excited to chant extra rounds, I heard in one of Siddhanti Maharaj's lectures that just for 7 days, chant 64 rounds a day, and you will discover a completely new relationship with holy names and a completely whole new relationship to Guru. And so when I hear something like this from a trusted source, from someone I trust, then I think, okay, well, maybe I don't really materially want to do this. It sounds kind of hard, but I know that it might help me to ignite that enthusiasm. So even if I don't have enthusiasm for the name, externally I might act as though, not like I'm putting on a show, but I'm like, I'm gonna do the external thing. And yes.
Because we hear also the overextension rule and the underextension rule. So how do we know what's utsan, nischayat, daryat? Utsan means enthusiasm, nischayat means firm faith, and daryat means determination. So how do we know the balance between overextension and underextension?
Well, that's the role of sadhu. We're so blessed to be around such senior Vaishnavas that we can always go and ask them. Because with my own material intelligence and my own misperceptions, I often won't be able to tell. So we can go take shelter, receive guidance, and this is always the most surefire way.
I'm not sure of the question. Are you asking, am I being too enthusiastic? Am I being...
Like we've heard the...
You want to use the mic for the live streamers?
We've heard in the shloka Anya Bilashita Sunyam, Gurudev gives a commentary that there's the overextension rule and the underextension rule. Like if we have too much utsahan but not enough dhariyat, then we don't have nishta. Like if we have too much enthusiasm, we don't have enough determination, and we have no faith, no strong fixed faith. So my question is how to recognize when we're over-endeavoring when it's not our qualification. Like to chant 64 rounds 7 days straight is not an easy task, actually. If you try it, it's really not easy. So that's my question. It's like, well, what is the, yeah, we have to know our adhikar, and like I want to know more of the overextension and underextension rule also. Avyakta.
Well, I like her answer of asking an authority, because what would be an overextension for me is not for someone else. So how do I particularly apply that?
Because it seems to be in one's own practice, can determine how much enthusiasm and determination can create the faith.
What?
Like depending on one's own sense of enthusiasm and determination to do a certain practice, then that determines our...
Yeah, like I may be determined. In fact, I was determined when I was doing the paintings. So a lot of times to stay up all night. And I thought, yeah, I'm really determined. I'm really enthusiastic. I'm such a good example. I'll get so much done. And usually by the second or third day latest, I would be quite a zombie and I couldn't think straight. So then I could work all day, but I wouldn't be able to think right and make the right decision. Whereas somebody else could stay up. So I understand your question, and I think that's a good answer too. If I can't figure it out, then I want to talk to somebody who can. And then we can go to, well, if I had any sense, I could see that I'm not thinking the second day. Like when we were doing the bas-reliefs in Govardhan, Gurudev gave us a very big marathon of finishing a certain amount of bas-reliefs in a couple of weeks when we were at Govardhan. So I very foolishly, and we were up on the rafters, because they're very high. So we were sitting up on 15 feet rafters, and I stayed up the first night, and on the second day, I was already finished. I had 2 weeks that I could have stretched it out, but I was already finished on the second day, and I almost fell off the rafter because I was like Sumuki, on the rafter. And then, I'm almost on the ground. So, yeah, I have to be honest with myself. And of course, we have that verse that Haridas learned a couple of days ago. Chuktahara Viharascha. One who is regulated in his habits of eating, sleeping, working, and recreation can mitigate all material pangs by practice of yoga. So, there's one verse, and then the other verse helps me with the other verse. Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So, as far as like controlling these 6 urges, Srila Gurudev talks about how we are incapable actually of controlling the urges and how it's only the process of bhakti that can do so. So us kind of thinking that I can, oh, I really, really want to do this thing. I'm told it's good, we can kind of grit our way through. This is not the way. It's really only through this practice of bhakti, through our chanting, hearing, remembering, and so on. This is the only way that these urges are going to be controlled. And so it's not through trying to just push the urges, because then they just actually come back. It's really more so about filling, what are we receiving? Oh, I'm not hearing all this mundane talk and mundane music anymore, but oh my gosh, I get to hear this really amazing and beautiful and blissful Harikatha, and we get to hear the incredible, incredible bhajans. So it's just about slowly cultivating that higher taste. Even if we don't have it, if we make the replacements, then eventually the taste comes. You stop eating cane sugar and then you start eating jaggery, and then it's like, whoa, this is so much better, So that's a super more normal example, but anyways, yeah. So the process of bhakti can control the urges, not us. And what else does he say? So yeah, when we follow that 3rd shloka, then automatically the previous shlokas are followed.
Can you repeat the 3rd shloka again?
Yes, and that is that it talks about how bhakti is nourished and accomplished through 6 principles, and that is enthusiasm for performing bhakti sadhan, firm faith and determination. Number 3 is patience. 4.
That's Darya.
Patience. 4 is performing activities that are favorable to bhakti. 5 is giving up bad association. And 6 is adopting the pure behavior of sadhus.
All right, so does that mean that if I'm a householder, I would adopt the behavior of Raghunath Das Goswami?
Not, no.
What does it mean?
It means that, we want to...
It means I would adopt the behavior of the Pandavas.
Oh, okay.
Or some other householder.
Yeah.
So it means adopting the behavior of the sadhus according to the ashram.
Okay.
But you could also say that Raghunath Das Goswami, before he left his home, he was practicing as a renounced householder, no?
Right.
And then Mahaprabhu gave him the instruction.
But he was not, he was given the lady who was Miss Universe, but he never paid a drop of attention to her. So he wasn't really a householder. He didn't have time to look at her.
In Srila Gurudev's lecture on this topic too, one of his disciples asks him about this question as well. And he says, what does he say? That I had a thought process and then it fell away. So yeah, about the householder. Oh yeah, so if anyone is even considering taking saffron or being in the renounced order of life, they must first be like a perfect householder. Like these first 2 verses must be completely ingrained in them, that they aren't like over collecting, overeating, etc., etc. That like firm foundation is already there. He speaks about this. What you guys were saying reminded me of that. And then another thing he said that really struck me, Srila Gurudev, he says that if you are not following all these principles, it means you are not following me, and you are not following Rupa Goswami, and thus you are not following Mahaprabhu and Sri Radha Krishna Yugal, so you must follow. Which I was like, whoa, that's heavy. I definitely still have a restless mind and all these things, because I'm not actually practicing bhakti. But we're trying, we're endeavoring. And so knowing, like having faith that the words of our acharyas and the words of Rupa Goswami are true, that with our sincere endeavor, that these things will come. And Srila Gurudev too, he like gives those heavy bits, but then he's also very hopeful, because he says that, it's very easy. There is no need actually to control the mind separately. Everything will be controlled. I never tried to control my senses. I tried to engage all my senses by always chanting and remembering. It's so, so easy. So you can do it too. Even greatly high, strong lust can go away by this, so don't worry. So simply by engaging our senses fully to the fullest of our capacity in Krishna conscious activities, this is the way that these urges will naturally go away, and we'll be able to eventually embody these teachings of Upadeshamrit. That is all.
Oh, Premanandi. Wonderful. Another beautiful debut.
Okay, and then there's one last thing that actually Sri Gurudev said in his lecture on this that I thought, I was like, whoa, that's striking. He talked about how like if someone takes too much Mahaprasadam and then like in the middle of the night has to go to the bathroom, and it's like in India. Have you guys read this? It's really funny. But it's in India, and so it's like, like a hole in the ground. And it's like raining outside, and it's really cold, and you don't have an umbrella. And he's like, but you have to go. He's like releasing the urges. It's like this. It's like a sigh of relief, So that was...
In other words, you have to try to control your urges. And it's hard, it's raining, it's night. But you have to, and then when you do it, you feel relief.
Yeah, or maybe, I'm not, wait, something like that. Maybe I should read it verbatim, because I might not be, maybe for another day. I think I've spoken for too long.
Sounds like, I think he was saying, I remember hearing that actually, but I forget the context.
Okay, so he was talking about, this will take just like 30 seconds. His disciples asking, should we just leave away our unwanted habits? We should have enthusiasm to leave them. And he said, here's an example. Suppose you have taken so much Mahaprasad, and during the night when you are sleeping, a big motion comes. And you have to go to the restroom. You have to go to the Indian bathroom. A very big, strong motion is now coming. But it's raining outside and very cold and no umbrella. And he says, oh, you are restless, what to do? You run out there and pass stool, and with a sigh of relief, you give a sigh of relief. Giving up all bad things is like this. When you give them up, you will feel such relief. Yeah. So, there is hope.
Okay, Gaur Premanandi. Panchakalvaturubhyascha Gabasanadevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo. So are you having the Maha cleanup today?
We have to go to the women's shelter.
Oh, right.
Shelter, we leave at noon.
You're going to? Over the kirtan. All right, so tomorrow? Well, it needs it as soon as possible.
Have you stopped the live?
There's no need to wait because you have to live there.
Where's Hari
You can't live in that condition.
Then if you wait, things come up, and you're like, oh my gosh, we should...
It'll,
Well, tomorrow there's not much happening.
anything can always come up and will come up.
How do you turn this thing off?
Right? Huh? Yeah, for Balaram.